Good morning. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a good weekend. Woke up to snow. Okay, it's back to the winter weather here in Chicago. We got wet, cold, messy, just not good to look out the window this morning. All right, it's the 16th, St. Patty's Day tomorrow, so we got that. Okay. Um, What do we got, man? Well, futures are trying to push here a little bit better right now. NASDAQ right now is up 283 points to the upside. All right, but still can't get through 25,000. And we know we stalled out a few times now when we got back up there. All right, so NASDAQ a little better. SPY really not doing anything, kind of quiet here. The S&P, the SPY's coming up a bit, but we're all stuck inside day for sure. And we're shooter down on week and we're shooter down on month. All right. So trying to get a little bit of a rally going here, even with the small cappers are trying to get a little bit better now. I see that now 249.72. We'll see if that tries to take day up. It's kind of close. Dow's a little better here. All right, Dow's a little better, 358. So some of our stocks are moving in. I'm kind of excited. So we're going to kind of gauge these things, the ones that we've been talking about. We got all of them are kind of popping up today, so it'll be interesting. It's nice to see a little test. We got some earnings coming out this week. We got General Mills, we got Macy's, we got Micron, we got Five Below, we got Lululemon coming this week. All right, so we got a bunch of names coming out this week with earnings. So exciting stuff. Now semiconductors a little bit better here. We'll take a look at that one. Alibaba, Accenture, FedEx. We got a lot of stuff coming here this week. All right, so as usual. Now wait and see here. I'm going to start. I think I'm going to finish with the. I'm going to finish with the futures at the end here. See if we get a better look at it. They're coming back up a little bit, but they're still inside day. All right, Rivian here. Rivian had some news out. I did not get the news on Rivian. Picked this one up this morning. 1504, 1507. Closed at 1486. It's slightly higher. This thing's been beat down pretty good from the move it made with the gap up. All right, Island came down. Like I said, 80% of all stocks get that gap. So they came back into the gap right there. All right, and then you get the 2-2 back down. I kind of like this stock at this price. I just don't like the market. But Rivian, anywhere in the 14s might be okay. All right, I'm just giving you that one right off the cusp here because I think there's value there. All right, Dollar Tree's out in the news here this morning. They had what they call the mixed earnings. So I don't know exactly what that means, but 107.46. It means that you're still inside day heavily with the big outside day. All right, so you're going to be stuck inside this pattern right here, and even looking forward here, you still got a lot to go through here on the daily. All right, your month is 212 down. All right, so we'll see on anything that's 212 down month and down to heavy on week. You're gonna get those stocks. They're gonna do that run sheep run thing that we talked about on Friday. I mean, that was huge. All right. So you see Dollar Tree over here on the 4 hour. Trying to get a little action going on here up to 109.69. All right, so you're gonna butt your heads into these things as you start to move up exponentially. All right, so we'll start to see what happens with Dollar Tree a little bit better this morning. So we'll see if anything can come of that. All right, DLTR. Not too much in the news today. Crude has kind of cooled off. The slash CL is down $3. The crude is down. Yuko's not doing anything. It's completely unchanged. I got ConocoPhillips coming down. I got XLE. I got some of the stocks coming down. What are my two favorite stocks on tech? Marvel and Cisco. I've been talking about both of them. All right. Marvel's a little better here this morning. Marvel right back up. I can't say enough about Marvel. I don't like any other tech stocks, but I do love these two. All right, 2 up on the month. All right, I don't like the week. All right, that needs to get straightened out, but I think that Marvel is much better. All right, we want to buy Marvel on dips. All right, I think Marvel is good. All right, and I won't talk about any other tech stocks because they're all garbage for the most part. All right, there's a good article in Barron's this week. Just get the headlines. Something in the effect that Microsoft getting ready to go to war with AI. Okay, good luck. All right, so Grandpa. I'll tell you one thing about Grandpa, though. He's tough, man. He's going to hang in there. All right. So we'll see. This AI trade is still just garbage. All right. Just still garbage. All right. Until they start making some money, garbage. Or I'll say it again. All right. But I love Cisco. 78.90 right now. All right. I'm in there for a little bit. I'm not in too much. I'm not getting crazy because I still don't. The sector is sucky, but we'll see what happens there. And you're still red on the month here right now, so we see if that can firm up. We got the inside month, and now what do we got left here? Let's take a gander here. All right, we got what? 1, 5, 10. We got 12 days left in the month to trade with. All right, and it's March. All right, so Cisco and Marvel, keep those on your plate. All right, that's a little. I love those two. Now semiconductor. So this one's got a little bit better here this morning. Now 116.67. It's up $3 and change. I think this thing is still in trouble. Stalled out at 126 for sure to the downside, and then was never able to get back up after this. All right, so we found some extreme exhaustion risk to the upside on the daily here on semiconductor. All right, so maybe this right in here, this 117.25. I think if you can get up through this 117.25 and you can hold up there, and when I mean hold up there, I mean hold up there for a week. Okay, all right, so 117.18. This move now, they're going to test it again here at 116.67. All right, so keep an eye on this one. We're not going after anything. All right, not going after anything. All right, so 1667, possibly if it can get some support levels there, and then try to hold there. And if the market starts to shore up, war, right? Wars, backwards. It's raw. Okay, that's all I can say. We used to play war as kids, right, with the cards. All right, so we'll see what that brings. All right, now semiconductor. I think that just be careful with that one again. But I think if she can get above that 117 and hold there, then there's possibly potential move to the upside. Again, where are the futures at? All right, so right now semiconductor getting a little pop this morning. Here's another one that's getting its snout out so we can get, my analogy about, when you're in war, you put your helmet on your rifle and you stick it up, and if your helmet gets shot off, they're still there. Okay, that's the trick. All right, and you stick your head up right now, more than likely something's going to come at you. All right. And Meta is doing that this morning. All right. So Meta's moving up here now. What are we? 632.50. Yeah, you're stuck, man. You're stuck in all this. This was the gap down. The one thing that it gapped down, it filled the gap immediately. All right, by coming back up in there. So it gapped down, it opened down here, and then boom. So it already filled the gap. All right, so now the next move, I guess, would be to 637, and we're at 632. So we're in nowhere's land right here. We're in the nomad land right in here. All right, we're going to be coming somewhere in this area. If you can start to scrape through 637, then maybe you got a chance to start going after a bigger fight. All right, so if you want to take a bigger fight, then you can take the bigger fight here. But they're going to have massive layoffs, though. All right, so that could help them. All right, so keep an eye on that. Meta is going to be having a lot of layoffs. So there's going to be a lot more layoffs coming too. All right, so Meta coming there. We'll see what happens. I just no way. No way, Jose. All right, anything in the lag 7. All right, you know what's going on with the lag 7. What else here? CRWV is moving this morning. I like this weave, man, but it is so volatile. It's here's an island, right? Looks like they might have gotten that. Okay, they got it on the first day. All right, so it opened down here, made that high, came back down. All right, so filled the gap already. She just jumps around here. 212 on the month, just trying to get better here. Gauge the week, man, all right? Had a nice week. And you're going to be inside the week here, 86.37. That's going to take a 2-2 up on the week now with this gap. All right, so you're going to be gapping up into this 86 range, so you're just barely above here. So you're going to be fighting in this group right in here, $86, man. We'll keep an eye on that one. I don't see it bulling through there. It looks like if anywhere we got some support level for short term would be somewhere around 84.40-ish. All right, so weave is a little bit better. This one, don't go chasing anything. All right, Micron again. Micron's just a beast. It's just way too much, way too fast. I don't know when she ever comes back to the mainland. This thing is just gone. All right. Do not go chasing Micron. I mean, they're supporting their numbers with everything they're moving with here. Just a little bit inflated for me. All right, I think it was traded at $90 not too long ago. All right, it has made an amazing move. All right, so I'm kind of going off of my list here. I really like that Rivian. All right, see the futures are still coming up here a little bit, but then I start to see them chop back in a little bit on the diamonds coming back in a little bit. All right, so Micron, we got that this morning. We got a couple of the China stocks that are a little bit better here this morning. Baba's up $4 and change, coming back up here again, going back to the dailies. I like to go off the charts on the dailies and the weeklies. All right, so here you go. We're trying to 139.47. All right, so we're going to be teetering with trying to take this day up right here, and then you're going to start to go after this guy right here, which was going to be back up to 143 and change. So what's to say here? I'm looking at the 20-day. The 20-day is telling me a different story right now. All right, 20-day is still on the move to the downside, drifting this way. Okay, so now today you're going to get this little bit of a move here, which is going to be up to 139. So this is going to kind of flatten out a little bit. And then you got to go battle with this guy right here, all right? And that's going to have to get to 143.02. So I don't like it. I don't like it. So I don't know when this mighty rally comes. Like the war's going to end and we're going to rally. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be like that. All right. So Baba, RBRK. What's on this one here? This was a Newman rubric. 2-2 up today now. 53.75. I thought this was better. Not as much now. 53.43. All right. So 56.99. All right, this one was a miss on JJ. We're still back inside day here on Rubric. We'll see if anything happens with that thing. I want to take a look at Roblox one of these days. But with the months down like they are and the year down, sitting on yearly low, there's never. All right, don't touch this thing. Don't touch this thing. Don't touch this thing. It will. Look at this, $57 now. It just continues to erode to the downside. It made that huge move up to 150, all right, and it's still consolidating. This move that was so huge up, look at this, All right. When you see a move like that, those are months, guys. All right. That's a 3-2-2-2. That's a 3-2-2-2. Okay. That's huge. I'm going to go with huge. All right. So still consolidating on all of this business right now. So this thing, till this thing hits pay dirt, just don't touch this thing. All right. But that's one of the ones we're going to keep an eye on for sure. We're going to make some money on that stock one day. All right. What else here? XYZ. There's really kind of not too much today, man, other than the fact that the NASDAQ is coming out really hot. And the small cappers are better. So, and the SPY is kind of sitting around. They're not doing too much. So we'll watch to see. We're going to watch our sectors. Now we're losing energy. We're energy coming down. Who's going to come up? Industrials and discretionaries. I bet you $5. All right. That two groups, I see them coming back up. All right, here's your XYZ on your blockchain. No, this is just block, sorry. 6072 moving up on this guy. This is a 2-2 down here. The month, you're sitting on the low of the month, but it's vulnerable, which means it can't come back. So you got a shooter sitting on your head here with the 2-1 week, and now you're going into conflict with the previous week at 6072. All right, so you're going to be inside here with the month down. No. All right. Wait for if it exasperates and runs up too much, she's going to turn around and puke. All right, so XYZ, yeah, just XYZ. That's what it is. All right, Nvidia, another one, man, another one. It's been traded at 183 for 1,000 years. It's not changing. Okay, so it takes its 4 up and goes outside. Big deal. All right, you're stuck inside month. All right, with the 3-1, and you're starting to get shooter down. They're starting to firm up. Maybe. I don't know. All right, if I knew, I wouldn't be here. All right, but NVIDIA, big outside day here now, big red outside day. Again, futures are trying to run up right now. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. All right. All right, so everybody seems to think that this this Iran business is very bad business. Very bad. Okay. Bitcoin's better today. BTC on the move here a little bit. All right. Bitcoin up to 73.90 now. I think that Bitcoin's better now. I think she's going to see 80. I wouldn't be surprised if you see 80. Now, does it move better than the S&P 500? Right now, they're in a race. All right, so I would watch this right now. This is starting to rally. Now it could just turn around and puke again. All right, but I got the 212 on a week here. That's looking pretty good. All right, it looks a hell of a lot better than a SPY does right now. Because when I pull up the SPY and I see the month, what do I see? I see shooter down puker. And I see Bitcoin weak up. We'll see what happens there. All right, so we'll see what happens there. What else here? I'm not going to get too much, man. Let's go through our stocks, right? So Emerson. Emerson's coming up this morning. Got a nice hammer coming up here, 134. This is where we're going to start testing our stocks, right? Emerson, Union Pacific, Norfolk Southern, Central South Railway, and Honeywell and Triple M. Those are all of our XLIs. Those are the ones we're watching. We're watching those airlines. Wells Fargo gets a downgrade today on all the airlines. UL, Delta, and American Airlines all downgraded here this morning by Wells Fargo. Thus, people, we'll watch our satellite stocks. GSAT's a little bit better here. GSAT's a crazy beast. All right, she's a crazy beast. All right, she's come back up, though, now 59. You got that exhaustion risk up at 61, 62, 55, all right? If you get down 55, I think you're really safe to buy some stock down there. I think you can hold down there pretty good, all right? And not a dollar higher, maybe 56, all right? VSAC, what are you doing here this morning? 46.41. Doing nothing. Closed at 46.14. You got your inside here on the 4-hour. Not much talking about here as well. All right, so VSAT. Let's go to the SPY. All right, SPY says we're moving up to the upside. We got, starting to find some exhaustion risk already here at the 669. The bottom line is that we got to get through 672.59 to take the day up, and we got a big red day on Friday. All right, so we'll see what happens there. We're looking for continuation to the downside. That hit that target, man, 649.18. That's the number we're looking for. Look at that week down. Okay, now you got a 4-hour that's sticking its head up here, tree on a tree. Good luck for you. All right, we'll see what happens on the futures. All right, diamonds are a little bit better, so you're going to see industrials and discretionaries. I still think so. I see energy going down to red across the board. All right, diamonds coming back. Diamonds go. There you go. It's sticking its head up. All right, put the helmet up. All right, bullets are flying. All right, so we'll see what happens with diamonds. Little run, sheep run, maybe. You know the story. All right, and then we'll go to QQQ. All right, QQQ. QQQ was the strongest on the way up and the weakest on the way down. All right, so you're not going anywhere. You're shooter down on month. Here's your big out. There's your big 2-day. All right. Going to have to get through 603.68 to get through there. We're basically trading right around 600 right now. We know that 612 is our equilibrium. We know that number. How many times did we hit that number and backed off? Oh, is that a good number? Come on, man. That thing went up through 612. Boom. It falls apart. All right. So we'll keep an eye on the futures. NASDAQ's a little better. Small cappers are a little better. SPY's a little and the Dow is just a tad up. Marvel and Cisco, like them. Have a good day. I'll get back to you at noon. Be good.